Okay, let's briefly look at how to graph a linear inequality and just understand what it means. Okay, that's the biggest trick here, is just to see what you're looking at. Because this right here, you see in blue, looks an awful lot like y equals negative 2x plus 7. And we've graphed these a whole bunch. So what's the difference here? Well, the difference is this has specific points that fit, specific locations for x and y that fit in and make this true. Okay, that's why you see us draw a line. That line has a whole bunch of points, and each location on that line, each location fits into this equation and is true. Now, when you get a greater than or less than sign like this right here, all that means is there's a whole bunch of answers that work. We just need to know where they're at. The key to this is to pretend you're just graphing a line like normal, and we'll find what's called the boundary line. Okay, so I'm going to graph y equals negative 2x plus 7. 7 is my y-intercept, and my slope is negative 2 over 1. So I'm going to go down 2 over 1, down 2 over 1, and so on. Okay? Now, there's my boundary line, but I'm going to look back at this and notice that, hey, I've got a greater than sign, but it's not equal to. So I'm going to draw a dotted line for my boundary instead of a solid line. For the same reason, I would color in a circle or I would leave it open. Okay, now, there's a whole bunch of points. Okay, what we have, and I'll see if I can draw it, you've got a whole bunch of x, y coordinates over here, and you got a whole bunch of x, y coordinates over on this side. Okay, either all of the points over here will work in this inequality, or all the points over here will work in this inequality. We just need to know which is which. Okay, now I'm going to try to undo this and see if I can show you. Okay, so how do we know if all the points on the left or all the points on the right work? And a lot of times people will use this sign right here to try to take a shortcut, but it can be misleading. So the best way to do this is to pick one point to test and see what it tells you. So I'm going to pick the easiest one out there, this point right there. What's its location? 0, 0. The reason I picked that is 0 is a real easy number to calculate with. What I'm going to do is I'm going to plug in 0 for y and 0 for x and write everything else out and just see, does it work? Is it a true statement? Is it mathematically accurate? 0 is greater than 0 plus 7. Is that true? Is 0 bigger than 7? No, that's false. Okay, that means this point right here does not solve the inequality, which means none of these points over here solve the inequality. The answers must be the ones on this side, so I shade that side in. Okay, if I got a true answer on this one, then I know that 0, 0 does work, and I would have shaded the other side. Okay, and that's how we narrow it down.